I think there's been a legal action against FIFA because of the scheduling of the FIFA World Cup. The sort of international players' federations have kind of got together and sent off legal letters about it. I just wonder what your view. You've spoken a lot about the scheduling and that competition which you're going to be in, the new World Cup, Club Cup. I just wonder what your reaction to that action was.
But normally the organization is against one competition is because it's not involved in that competition. It's because don't suit perfectly for their own interest in the competition. And tomorrow will be another part of another organization, will be Premier League or UEFA, will be not agree that competition because it's not involved in that competition, it cannot take benefit for that competition. And always we are in the middle. So one day they will sit each other, they will realize it's 365 days a year, no more. We can change it, we can try it, but I think it doesn't work. And maybe one day they will say, okay, we're going to do it that way. So, as simple as that.
Do you think all the parties need to sit down and discuss this at this point now?
What do you think? What do you think? But it's fair enough what I said, honestly. It's a fair point.
Pep, you won the Club World Cup this season. When you look at the season, how important are the Club World Cup and the Super Cup for sort of
really good.
Getting you to where you are right now in the league and the FA?
People don't talk about the biggest trophies, but when you win these trophies, it's so... Even the Community Shield, that is not what I would have loved to, win it in the extra time, you lost it, penalties, and this competition is so nice, especially when the club didn't have it once, For other clubs have a lot, but we never Super Cup because you have to win the Champions League or World Cup, you have to win the Champions League. Once we are there, you have to take it, and they leave it for that, the team will leave it for that. And being here again, so at the end of the season, a chance with two titles in the pockets to try to win the next one and the next one, it's nice.
And especially the Club World Cup came kind of at a time when results weren't coming that well in the Premier League, and then after you came back from the Club World Cup, you've been...
Well, I don't remember, I don't have fresh in my mind. I remember before we equalized against Crystal Palace at home in the last minute, when we give away a penalty, and but I don't remember before of that if we were not good. I don't have that feeling. So we start well in terms of points, but not in the, I would say, in the way we're playing. I remember Sheffield we won, but the play, Fulham we won, but it was not good. But it's normal for the beginning of the season. But after, when we play better, we drop points. Well, we are much better than, for example, beginning of the season. But in Premier League, it happens. Sometimes the results don't relate to what you perform in a good way and bad way. So that's why Premier League is always fair, because every team have up and downs, and at the end, one is because they deserve it. That's why I like a lot these competitions, and I think winning the World Cup help us, and especially when we come back after 2-3 days, we'll go to the Goodison Park. Always difficult in the way we perform after win 0 down. So, and that guy test, these guys still, we can rely on them and we can do it. So, and here we are. So 1 week left to finish the Premier League, 3 games a week, to give all we have in our bones to perform the first one in 12:30 on sunny day in London. I don't know the grass. Last season was so dry, high and dry. So we have to adapt. We talk about that. So we have to adapt like was in Nottingham, and try to fly back with 3 points.
Hi, Pep. Will you want to play in the Club World Cup then in 2025? Just going back to Ian's question, will you? How would you feel about it?
Well, I would say that if they organize the ban, we are invited anyway. So we will be there. But I don't know how it's going to finish, like I said to him.
It's obviously worth a lot of money, so the club will be keen to play, won't they? It's obviously worth a lot of money for the club.
Why not just for the money? Of course, it's important. We are here for be the club sustainable. And that's why since 2015-16, I read lately in one newspaper, we are the 4th team spam net in the Premier League. So, and look the amount of titles. Not the first, not the second, not the third. Of course, the money is important, but not just that. It's organized for the best teams of the world. And Man City is invited because the rules give us the chance to go there for what we have done in the past. We will be there. So we cannot say. So.
Hi, Pep. In the future, at some point after your amazing coaching career, could you ever see yourself as head of FIFA or UEFA to sort out some of these problems?
Me there?
Yes. You.
Absolutely not.
Why not? You seem to have the right idea.
I don't like tight. I don't like.
You seem to have a lot of common sense when it comes to these.
I like to go to sneakers and, no. I don't like meetings and official dinners and this kind of stuff. No. You give me an advice, I will give it, but...
It is part of the problem, maybe they don't have top football people in these positions.
No, I don't think so. Have to be people prepared. It's not about that, because the football players were there.
Yeah.
And they will decide what works for that organization. Not for other issues. So everyone, even when you said, some person criticized the team, it's fair enough, but I would defend my team. I have my interest to defend my club. And everyone has his own stuff. You as a journalist and all the institutions, organizations and involved in football. I understand properly. But the people complain about that could have complained for many other things. They don't do that because it's their own interest. Everyone see his own house. The neighbor. Look what happened today all around the world. Listen, what happened all around the world, and we are sitting here, don't do anything. Anything. It's here around the corner. And one day it will come there. It's full of injustice in all around the world. And we are sitting, everyone looking himself.
Can I? You mentioned the grass at Fulham last year. Obviously, there was it a Forest the other week as well?
No.
There was. Can you just describe how much of a difference that makes in practical terms?
Yesterday we trained part of the session with a dry high to adapt to feel it, and after we went to another with normal one. It's a massive difference. Massive. It's another game. And you have to adapt. Listen, in 10 years, 6, 7, 8 years we are here, we play many times, not many times, few times like that, and we adapt. We have to adapt, but different is important, so we have to adapt. It's only what I said. It's just to feel it, and it's what we have to do.
Just out of interest, how many games this season or away games do you think you've dealt with that sort of thing?
Few.
So not many.
No, because winter time here in England in 12 months, then it's winter. So it's
and you're still here.
It's raining. It's not. But when we arrive in the early games of the season, the last in the seasons, is a part you have to think about it. And the players we talk about. So guys, it's what it is. And 12:30. Tomorrow the game is 8 p.m. It's completely different than 12:30. So you have to adapt. I saw the forecast. It's sunny tomorrow. Sunny day in London. Lovely city. So you have to adapt in that situations and play another rhythm, another way, and the passer has to be stronger, faster, quicker. Control has to attack more the ball. So it's completely different. It's not basketball, It's like you play in Wimbledon or in Roland Garros. Surface is different. Talk with the tennis players. So it's different. The speed of the ball is different. So it's the same in football, the same one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.